Hey Brendan, have you seen these beautiful pictures people have been posting on Macy's Snapchat story?
No, what are you talking about?
It is called the Macy Makeover Challenge. Here, look. People in New York have been posting these beautiful pictures on Macy's Snapchat story, and I can't seem to go a day without seeing a new one. What's happening is, people are scheduling makeup appointments at Herald Square, and all they have to do is post a picture online on social media, such as Twitter or Instagram afterwards, and their makeover is free. I think they have over 1 million views already, and it has been on the trending page for weeks. Hello, my name is Wei Wong.
And I am Brandon Roboski, along with Yushi Rabara, Matt Rosenblatt, and Quentin Lamb.
Together, we are Team Generation Z. We will be presenting you the idea of Macy Makeover Challenge.
We believe that our idea has the ability to target a younger demographic of people that is much needed in Macy's customer base that will thus drive sales and increase market share of the company. I will now hand it off to Quentin to explain the problems with Macy's marketing and advertising campaigns.
Macy's is currently one of the top retailers in the world, coming in with $24.84 billion in retail sales last year. Now, although this number may seem huge, which it is, it should be and has been bigger. Over the past 4 years, Macy's annual revenue has decreased by $2 billion, or about 12% annually. Now, I for one don't remember the last time I've ever seen a Macy's ad on the internet. And this is important because the internet is the future, and it's also where a huge majority of our target demographic, Generation Z, resides. According to a Pew survey done in 2018, 44% of Gen Z kids are online several times a day, along with another 45% who are online almost constantly. This means that 9 out of 10 Gen Z kids are online at least a couple of times a day, making it a huge untapped reservoir. If Macy's is able to market to these kids on social media, Macy's will see sales increase exponentially. Now, continuing on, as you can see, in Q4 of 2017, Macy's spent $15.2 million alone on newspaper advertisements. Now, this was the 5th most they spent on any platform, as well as it was also the biggest flop they had. The year-over-year growth for this section was actually an astonishing decrease of 66.5%. Although this was the largest one, it wasn't the only one. Of the 14 platforms they used to market, only 4 had a positive growth, the largest being 9.8% in internet and search. This is promising, however, because it is the second most valuable platform they have, and it's also where a huge majority of the Gen Z reside, and that's where they would market to them. Now we're going to have Jerry tell you about our topic implementation plan, as well as some specific examples.
Thank you, Quentin. We plan on implementing a strategy called user-generated content by using social media such as Instagram or Snapchat to solve the problem that Macy may have. But you might have a question. What exactly is user-generated content? UGC is any form of content such as photos, reviews, or videos that have been posted by users on an online platform, just like this clip of Bill Gates doing Ice Bucket Challenge. If this is still a little vague, let me give you another example. Everyone knows Apple, right? UGC has been a vital part of Apple's marketing strategy for years, which is why it reached such high-level community. One of its campaigns, Shot on iPhone, have been running since iPhone 5 came out. They encourage people to take pictures authentically with their iPhone and post it on social media, such as Twitter or Instagram. And all they have to do is hashtag Shot on iPhone. After these beautiful pictures get posted online, a panel of judges will then review what were submissions and select 10 winning photos to be featured on billboards in selected cities, or Apple retail stores, and online. And as you can see, just Instagram, they have 7 million posts already, and it is still increasing. By doing so, Apple successfully advertised the quality of their iPhone with free content provided by users. And that is exactly what we're going to do with Macy Makeover Challenge. By shopping in-store and have customers post it on their social media, we not only could make Macy popular again, but also make it trendy for young people, thus increase customer flow. Next, I'm going to hand it off to my partner Brendan to talk more about how we're actually going to implement the plan.
Thank you, Jerry. Macy's already offers makeup trials from a wide variety of companies. These companies include MAC, Urban Decay, Chanel, and many more. What we want to implement here is a way for customers to be able to easily set up makeup appointments on the Macy's phone app. Under the beauty department part of the app, Macy's states that it offers in-store complimentary services and that almost every brand has expert backstage artists on staff. The way you would go on the app is you would go through the store mode. In the store mode, customers will be able to set up appointments with various makeup brands, and then representatives will be working at each kiosk in store. This will be happening at Macy's flagship location in Herald Square. This is our testing location, and we will look to expanding to future locations if this plan is successful. We will call this the Macy's Makeover Challenge. This will be set up as a mini Macy's photo content studio, but before the photo shoot, Macy's customers will be able to go into Macy's backstage and create a single outfit. If they like this outfit, hopefully they will purchase this and it will generate more revenue and increase customer flow through that part of the store. As well as the clothes, we hope that if the customers look good in these photos, that they would purchase the makeup they sampled. Finally, customers will have to post this to the Macy's public story on Instagram. However, Instagram is not the only social media platform we plan to attack. Snapchat has been a widely known social media platform and is a great use for advertisements. According to Forbes, Gen Zers dominate Snapchat. And quote, Snapchat works best with a non-salesy, authentic storytelling approach. Here are some custom geotags made by our team member, Ayushi Rabara. These custom geotags will be used during our challenge and can be used when pictures are taken at the Macy's Herald Square. Finally, we plan to target a younger demographic of people aged 14 to 23. By targeting this younger demographic, the makeover scene will be much more populated. Macy's had the problem in the past of having too big of stores and not enough customers to fill the space, and we believe that the Macy's Makeover Challenge will spark a change to this. Because in the grand scheme of things, who wouldn't want a free makeover when all your friends are having it? I will now hand this off to Jerry to explain why we are using UGC to increase Macy's popularity.
Thank you, Brandon. Now we've talked about how this plan is actually going to get executed. It comes back to why we came up with this plan. There are so many marketing strategies we could have chosen or used. Why is UGC better than anything else? There are two main points: target customer and brand loyalty. UGC directly tackles our target customer. Why do I say that? Many Gen Zers, or college students like us, have the habit of using social media every day. In fact, that is probably the first thing we do when we wake up in the morning. Checking Instagram, Snapchat, and such. According to Pew Research Center, as you can see in the graph, teenagers like us are on the top of people who at least use one social media every day. And it has grown from 5% from 2005 to 88% to 2018. With that in mind, Macy could capture this opportunity. I personally have conducted a brief survey among my friends group, and none of them has seen anything about Macy on our current social media app, which means that Macy haven't really stepped on this field yet, or at least haven't got us Gen Zers to engage in. Next, brand loyalty. Imagine this. Say I'm good at playing basketball. I could go around all I want and say I could do all these killer moves, crossovers, and everything. But who would actually believe me? It is self-bragging in a sense. But if I get, let's say, 10 of my friends, or 100, or 1,000 to talk about my skills, because of different people saying the exact same thing, it will sound more convincing. And that is where UGC come into play. According to a study conducted by Rebo, 70% of people were more likely to trust images taken by their friend over brand advertisement. In addition, 61% of people are more likely to engage in advertisement that contains some sort of UGC. In other words, people nowadays take into account of what people in their community think about this product, and that influences their purchase decision. Because of how Gen Zers think, we believe that our Macy Makeover Challenge could influence customer effectively because of the huge content that will be produced by their own community. Now, I'll hand it off to my partner, Ayushi Rabara, to talk more about why we chose Gen Z population as our target demographic, and how much power and influence they have within this market.
Thank you, Jerry. Each new generation in the market has its own set of attitude, beliefs, and behaviors, which can sometimes make them feel more mysterious and elusive to the marketers. But Gen Z does not need to fit into the bill. Rather, they are resolute, smart, pragmatic, and hardworking, among other characteristics. It is a result of growing up in an environment shaped by economic instability, social change, and, not to mention, rapid digital innovation. This is not to say that Gen Z won't be as demanding. Rather, this is not to say Gen Z won't be as demanding, if not more so than reaching millennials. But it does point to an enlightening and rewarding time in the market as they venture onwards to change the world, and change the world they will. Gen Z already represents up to Gen Z is already on track to become largest generation of consumers by the year 2020, and they also represent 29 to 143 billion in direct spending. However, this is not the only thing that they impact in the market. According to Cassandra, 96% of Gen Zers' parents say that they influence household and family income, which is considered a significant portion of market share. It is because of these youths. Gen Z represents 143 billion in buying power, and that's without accounting for the household income that they influence. Which is why we are targeting Gen Z and the power that they have in the market today in order to build loyalty for tomorrow. As we can see in this graph, Macy's represent 38% of feminine accessories, intimate apparel, shoes, and cosmetics, which, according to Statista, also is considered as 30% of Gen Z's direct spending. Purchases in the apparel and cosmetic categories are often inspired by peers, which makes sense because of their current lifestyle and their extreme connectivity to social media. Additionally, Gen Z is more trusting of influencers like James Charles and Jeffree Star, says Joe Carador, Vice President of Consumer Intelligence at Berkeley. Now we're going to have Matt talk about cost of implementation and timeline of our project.
Thank you, Ayushi. Social media is rapidly growing and changing. The advancements in technology allow for endless possibilities. The most popular app today can be completely forgotten about the next. Even though our goal revolves around the success of Snapchat and Instagram, we would not be harmed if these apps were to become destitute. Meaning, if one app were to come and take its place as number one, then we would transfer our marketing plan over to the new application. The use of cellular devices, as well as the applications on them, are increasing over time. So what's important is keeping up with new apps and targeting the ones likely to become popular. Pinpointing up-and-coming apps allows for a constant marketing outlet. Our technology we use allows for easy transformation and a lot of evolution into these new applications. Implementation is easy. Macy's Herald Square already offers complimentary makeup services, although not with our social media twist. Our addition is key to exponential growth and success. Macy's consumers have social media accounts with hundreds, thousands, and some even millions of followers. When they come in, have their makeover and post, their followers will see that, bringing more in, and the cycle will continue over time. The more influential people who get involved, the more popular this will become. For example, if Kim Kardashian were to come in and post her picture, over 132 million people will see it. This allows for the campaign to reach sky high, and the implementation is instant. Now, Macy's Herald Square has just gone under a $400 million renovation in order to create a destination for Gen Zers and millennials. The basement floor, referred to as One Below, has been transformed into a 53,000 square foot Gen Z wonderland. It's equipped with beautiful modern sculptures, paintings, 3D printers, virtual reality, and anything else the young heart desires. This allows for an amazing experience, as well as multiple beautiful locations to take your artsy post-Macy's makeover Snapchat. The cost of advertising on Snapchat is $50,000 per day, which comes out to $18 million per year. Yes, that is the cost for brands and publishers to reach Snapchat's 191 million daily active users. As you saw previously, we are taking advantage of Snapchat's geotag, and this service costs a fee of $5 to $20, depending on the range that we use. Snapchat offers 20,000 square feet to a maximum of 5 million square feet. Macy's Herald Square is quite a large location, which will cost $15 per day, about $5,500 per year. Now, this cost will be additional. Macy's currently spends $1.4 billion in marketing and advertising, with a return of $24.84 billion. The cost of this Macy's makeover will cost $18 million, which is less than 2% of their total annual budget. Hi Smile, a small company who designed their own teeth whitening service, started testing Snapchat ads and filters. Over time, they realized how effective this platform is, and they now invest $10 million into this platform, which is about 40% of their annual budget. The CEO stated an increase in daily average revenue by 15%, proving its effectiveness. Macy's Herald Square is a marketplace. This is the floor completely dedicated to the cosmetic department. They have estheticians on staff daily, leading to no additional costs of hiring and training new employees. Now, the only cost makeup related that we have to worry about is the extra usage of tester products. Once this becomes more popular, the more testers will be used. Macy's currently documents and orders the amount needed in regards to the popularity of each item. Once popularity increases, Macy's will note and acquire more testers. This cost will be covered by the increase in foot traffic, as well as the more people who will actually be able to be buying the makeup. Now, our goal with these pictures is to bring people into the physical store. With retail markets shifting online, we need to find a way for people to come in and see how beautifully renovated Macy's Herald Square really is. I will now pass it on to Quentin Lamb for risk and mitigation.
Thank you, Matt. With all new ideas come new risks. One risk Macy's faces while implementing our plan is a kid could come in, do the makeup, take pictures in the area, but not post it to the Snapchat story or on their Instagram. This would undermine the entire purpose for this project because we're trying to spread the marketing name of Macy's onto the social media. Now, one way we can mitigate this risk is having Macy's employees occasionally walking around checking to see if people are posting these pictures on Snapchat with the hashtag Macy's Makeover. Now, some may say this is not worth it, but it is. This is because if the kids enjoy the area that much and it's that good of a service, they will come back over and over again with more friends and keep posting on the social media platforms. So the amount of posts will increase exponentially. Now, another risk they face is this could launch, but not many people know about it. One way they could spread the name is by the use of social media influencers. Social media influencers are currently one of the best ways to spread new products and names. This was proven in 2017 by the infamous Fyre Festival. They hired some of the top models of the entire world and had them post at the same time this single orange tile on Instagram, captioning it, "Can't wait for hashtag Fyre Festival." Although this may seem like it wouldn't do a lot, it did. Immediately, Fyre Fest's Instagram account blew up, getting millions of views on their profile within days. And people were buying tickets and merchandise for this festival before it happened, not knowing anything about it, just because these famous people were posting about it. Now finally, we're going to close it out and we're going to tell you why Macy's should implement our idea.
As we mentioned before, Macy's ineffective marketing and advertising strategies are causing an annual decrease in revenue each year. We believe with UGC, we can spark a change.
We are targeting Gen Z because of their purchasing power of $143 billion and because of the influence they have in the market. And also because of their, Gen Zers are the people who use the social media the most.
We believe that our Macy Makeover Challenge could influence customers, and because of our social media exposure, we could have them be more into this Macy Makeover Challenge.
We asked Macy's to immediately implement our plan, as the social media influence continues to grow day by day and there is no time to waste. We plan to be the next big thing or the next rising trend on these two social media platforms.
Thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed our presentation, and we're now open to any questions you may have.